Hello, everybody. Coach Veronica here for another day of sharing about gifts. And yep, gifts, not the kind that come in a box. Today, in our series, we're going to talk to you about another gift. We've talked, this is day 5 now. Let me know that you are here, that you're watching, whether you're watching live or in the replay. Please say hi in the comments. Love to see who's here, who's watching, and yeah. So today I want to talk to you about the gift of your tribe. Now, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but we're gonna go into it a little bit. So, let me know you're here in the comments again, whether you're watching the live or the replay. Let me know you're here, and I also would love for you to share this with somebody in your tribe. Click the share button or tag a friend in the comments and somebody that is in your tribe because today that is what we are talking about and the importance of the people who are in your tribe, the gift of that, and how that allows us to thrive in life. How do we thrive in life um, using the gift of our tribe? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how close have you been connected to your tribe in 2020? I'd love for you to share it in the comments. To be honest, the beginning of the pandemic, I was, I live alone. We were isolated. Everyone was in lockdown. Stay home, stay safe. And it was extremely lonely, and thriving became way more difficult uh, just in survival mode. And I really, really quickly clicked in that in order to thrive, I needed to stay consistent and to stay connected to my tribe. And 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 so I had to get creative and pivot. What does that look like? How do I do that? And the reason for me that I think tribe is absolutely vital in thriving, not just for the social aspect of it, but for mental, emotional, spiritual, physical well-being. Your tribe are the people that you surround yourself with. Let me know if you're tracking with this in the comments. They're the people that you surround yourself, that you choose to do life with, that help you with your mental health, that help you in your emotional state, with your spiritual health and your physical health. And so for me, that was just to be all of a sudden shut in and told that I have to stay here by myself. It wasn't automatic that suddenly I realized the importance and the value of that. I always knew I was a relational person. I knew that relationships and friendships, people matter to me, but I didn't realize that I needed it so much for thriving in those 4 areas. And so I'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments, whether it's mental health, emotional, spiritual, or physical. Where have you felt the biggest kind of stretch for you or struggle in 2020 in regards to your tribe? I'd love to know where you guys are at. And yeah, for me it was definitely an emotional mental thing because I knew that I wasn't, I was still seeing people a little bit here and there, and and I knew that there was support. I knew that I was cared about, and that I had a strong tribe. But the actual being alone to myself wore really, really heavily on me in those first couple of weeks. And so I had to make a pivot, and I had to decide what I was going to do. What was the game plan? Because it became really apparent that this wasn't going to last just a few weeks or months. And so for me, that shifted to I learned how to use Zoom. I'd never used Zoom, believe it or not, or done Facebook Lives before 2020. And so I got on Zoom calls with friends and said, with their kids and just doing life and just as if we were hanging out in the house and the kids are playing in the with the toys and we're making dinner, whatever it was. It was just to feel like part of life again and we're doing life together. So that was part of it. It was just asking friends to say, "Hey, can you text me? Can you check in? Can I text you? Can we do video chats? Can we do Facebook or messenger chats or phone calls? Can we schedule something so that it creates more of a normalcy?" The other thing was for me looking at my tribe in terms of my physical health. And 2020 has been a lot about keeping people healthy, but not necessarily we're keeping them COVID safe. We don't want people to get infected, but how much are we actually taking care of our physical health just daily? Whether that's exercise, that is getting treatments. I go for trigger point injections. I told you guys about that the other day. I see a physiotherapist, I see a chiropractor, all of these things that we didn't realize necessarily how much they were not just a physical thing. They were not just physical help to me. They were an emotional and mental health piece as well. And so in the times that I wasn't able to see those people, those support systems physically because of shutdown, we still did we still did phone appointments. And so we were still able to do the check-in, and they were able to give me some advice on things I could do and working in the pool. And so it became really, really aware, and I'm just so thankful for my tribe. They know who they are, and let's talk spiritual for a moment. Right now, church is shut down, and for me, church is not just go and listen to a sermon and learn about God. I can read my Bible here by myself. Uh, Not that those aren't great things, but for me it's the community aspect, and it is knowing that we're not alone. And right now mental health is so prevalent. Mental illness is so prevalent right now, and we need to be checking in on each other. Uh, we need to reach out to those who maybe, whether they're alone, whether they have 4 children and a spouse that works that's working, doing all the working out of home. We need to reach out to people, and so even in the spiritual aspect, whatever your stance on that is, whatever your belief is, God didn't create us on an island. That is my opinion, for a reason. We're meant to live in community, and so even in just that, in checking in on each other, and and whether that's a phone call or a text, or bringing over groceries to somebody and leaving them at their door because you can't go in, whatever that looks like. I just want to encourage you guys today, in order to thrive as we enter into 2021, and whether things change much or they don't, this is a huge but simple thing you can do that is going to, whether you are on the giving end of it or the receiving end of it, it is something that you can easily do to increase the thriving in your life. And so I would just encourage you, whether that is reaching out to somebody who's in your tribe, just to show them, just to tell them you appreciate them, to encourage them in something that that has been a struggle for them. Whether that is reaching out for help. I'm going to talk about that more on a different live, but if you are the person who is struggling, reach out. I would love for you, I asked you to comment, tag somebody that's in your tribe in this stream. I'd love for the comments to just be full of relationships and people. But if you're that person who is struggling, you have people who care about you, who want to see you thrive, who are there for you, and they're just asking for you to reach out to. They don't know necessarily that you need them. They don't know. And so I'm asking you, if you're in that place, reach out to somebody. And if you don't feel like you have somebody, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. And just put it in the comments. You can message me privately. But we have to stick together. We have to look at, we have to be in remembrance of actually thinking, who is in my tribe? Who is it that I can support? And who do I have in my tribe that I can support? So that's my thought for today, guys. And I'd love to see your comments, whether you're here in live or in the replay. Please participate. I love the interaction. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right. See you soon.